There are leaves around. One with nature.
Whirling spin! We're way behind schedule. Take flight! Yeah! Blaze over!
You can't run!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Out of the way! My apologies!
Follow the wind.
con Bumaru.
That cat can talk!
Follow the wind.
Take flight! Ha! Ta! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! My apologies! Ha! Yeah! Sakura swirl! Ta! Whirling snow!
The wind strong.
Healthy body, health.
Listos.
Error. Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
Will there be enough food? If not, I brought my own stash.
The campaign begins. All right, team, let's move it out! Ready to ride!
I'm all warmed up.
Final warning!
Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two. Oh, hey, Kojian-san. Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now. All Alright, got it.
Cambió la
But
voz de
seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count. Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last—
Oh, so you've stepped into—
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak condition, but more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright?
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look. Thank you both. That'll free me up.
Sure thing! Just leave it.
Running late again. Running late again. What?
What's this? Was there always a cave here? We should go take a look, right? Seems... Hey! There's a hilichurl here. Is it... Why is it... Ah! You woke it up! Huh? It ran away! Oh, guess our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought. Even... You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still. What is it? You look so serious. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from? What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat? So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it? Whoa! Yeah! These look identical! So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is... Knew it! Huh! The keys to a spaceship! Huh! Somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien! Oh, wait, no. Descender. But anyway, now we know where it came from. The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key. If that's true, it means your brother was here recently. Yeah. Man, should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Ansan?
Bueno, ya me está fastidiando su voz.
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the
Oh, hey, Ian-san, what's up? Didn't think we were actually just about...
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore.
Wait, cancel?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized... It's like they're preparing...
One little sect versus the entire... Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually...
No clue. All we know, our defenses are holding strong Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero... Great!
Puta madre, me va a doler la cabeza.
Let's ride!
Ah,
Malika!
Oh? Ah, great.
How are things looking?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several... Also, their numbers are much higher than expected.
It sounds like they're...
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, not like...
Could it be...
Oh, seems unlikely.
It's too early to...
How are the battles?
Well, even if they're committed...
Yep.
Compared to the true... However, this is still... The tribes are organizing their Oh? In what...
Yep, that's it.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any...
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But,
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty...
well, yeah, that may be.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that just so I'm clear, you're still on Matland's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right? Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned, our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to...
I'll join you. Right now.
Many things.
Look, it's Eulalie!
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
How are things looking?
Ah, the situation with...
Dire. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? The more I thought about it,
So, that's how they...
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless.
Hey, she's saying your brother has poor taste.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got...
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my...
You didn't have to say that last part out.
Show no mercy!
Rev the end! Form first! Full speed ahead! Stop right there! Let's ride!
Step aside! Start the...
Let's ride! Oh! No more mistakes!
Fulfill our pact! Justice will prevent...
Wrath from the skies!
Phew. Much better.
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already...
If anyone should be reconsidering.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were at... Why don't we press our advantage and just...
Hey, was there a battle here just now?
The battle against the... Well, morale's high and everyone's...
Final warning! Let's ride! Try and stop! Controlled breathing!
On... Oof! Look out below! Hey! Forward! Crush them! What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it! If this order's resistance is faltering, now's our chance! Charge! Charge! Up! Headbutt! Warriors! Attack! After them! Quick as a flash!
Rise with the sun! Light as a blazing sun!
On
You left the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the masters of the Night Wind.
Resist the abyss will pay the price!
Watch out! Get to work!
Burn it down! Drop your weapons! Justice will prevail!
Headbutt! Look out below! Hero incoming! Yeah! Oof! Ah! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! This stronghold is neutralized. Huh. Yeah.
To be honest, well, whatever. I'll just have to...
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time. Maybe it's just me. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know.
Huh? Not sure I follow.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire...
So you're saying...
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure... Paimon had a hunt, but you're right.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating...
Go ahead, you two. See...
Time to roll!
And we're back. Let's look around for clues. There's no time to... Ugh. We've scoured the entire... Are we supposed to believe... Sit...
Oh, thank goodness! Someone... No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running.
Yeah, where are they?
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be...
We're not. We're completely serious.
But help! Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run!
What's wrong with that girl? Oh no! Quick, let's see if she's okay. What's wrong? Are you hurt?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous. see them. Well, it's about time. And great. Thank you.
Savior?
Light it up! Final warning!
Controlled breathing. Let's...
You done? You just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kinda funny, actually. Oh, really?
Sure. It's nothing. It's okay. I can see. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands.
Huh? Have you never shaken...
Well, anyway.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With her around, so... What was the deal with those monsters?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't,
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters? Don't worry, we aren't like that, but more importantly...
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there.
Good idea! We'll take you...
Okay.
Phew, thank you so much. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't...
Yeah! You already took
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the Savior is gonna be easy.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior.
Oh, sorry. It just slipped. Anyway, there was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly on. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But the day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village. I've heard people talk about the Savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's what... Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior. What?
Everything except the gender.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender Oh, of course. If it's...
Who is it? You have a brother? Well, then that's... Please, can you take me to see him?
Huh. Maybe, if you're...
Huh? But isn't he...
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered...
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together. Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? See? She broke eye contact. What's wrong, Deirdis? Something's...
How should I put... The Traveler looks just like the and it's not every day that the Savior of your dreams swoops, so I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all.
What do you mean,
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said any... Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to... If you manage to find the Savior in the meantime, please...
Are you sure you'll...
I'll be fine.
All right, then. Well... What a mysterious girl. But hey, at least you see... Anyway.
you're back.
Nothing substantial.
So I take it that the war's still on? That's okay. The Abyss Order has... In a word? Huh. I was wondering, they've been working up...
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Great.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually... You do?
Thank you for
It's all good. Honestly, nothing that would indicate an impending it. There were even moments out of an abundance of caution, but they didn't sense anything
Huh. Interesting. Oh well. The more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concern. Besides, is...
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll show up soon.
Hey, come on!
It's not the same thing. How can I not be nervous?
No one's here.
I'm sorry.
Let Paimon guess.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What? How can you be so...
No, of course not. But I am still on patrol.
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity.
Obviously, I never expected to win.
Okay.
Not at all. We haven't...
As Paimon expected, nothing here.
You're back. So, did the guards find an...
Nothing much. Paimon, what?
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake...
In fairness...
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. What I meant to say is...
Yeah, that's right.
I sensed something strange in my dream.
Oh,
Hard to say. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any...
oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley line... No wonder the shamans...
Yan-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point...
If that's the council in war...
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Oh? Sure, what is it? Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters.
All right, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom, no?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying... Anyway, the short answer...
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen...
Hey, I'm not that old.
Care to elaborate on what...
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact. Whether that be hand-holding or otherwise, but that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like that really makes me question whose side this girl is on. And whether what she told you about... sorry if that comes across as paranoid.
Actually, Paimon feels...
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady... At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Running late again.
though. Uh-oh. What if Yansan was right? Maybe she never intended to... Traveler, watch out!
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I didn't know it was you. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walk into it. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that and it's not like I can run from. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved.
Oh, that's weirdly Wait, if you...
She already saved my life once.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation...
What? Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh.
Whew. I am so...
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdith. Guess that explains how you...
I tried so hard to hold...
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I was cooped up in that cave the whole...
You weren't in there that long.
When I was young, and often... But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question does think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here. And so, if it's our destiny...
Paimon, is it kind of like how journeying with the traveler is everything to Paimon, right?
I really treasured the village was my everything. The houses, the scenery. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma.
Yeah! Go, you...
So, I'm going to make my world bigger. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting...
Yeah, one day...
I need to find the savior and protect... That's the most worthwhile thing I could think...
You know what? That's pretty cool.
Sorry. I gotta... Hold on. Shh. It's them.
Where? Oh, still in...
Can you see them now?
Paimon still can't see anything.
Quick as a flash! On my mark! Drop your weapons! You asked for it! Charge! By my spark, the night burns! Hero incoming! Headbutt! Final warning! Hands right! Faster! Stronger! Start the... Charge! Hero incoming! Yeah! Look out below!
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Paimon's... You doing all right, Deirdith? Hey, it's okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You... spaced out?
I was just...
All right.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's...
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What are you... All right. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith?
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all inside. Endless pain. A terrible and the birth of a savior.
You're awake! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You just look quite distressed, like I thought if I took your hand into mine, but it didn't seem to work on you.
Oh, You better not be trying to pull a...
What? Don't be so... I have more...
Self-control? What does that have... Oh, you go ahead.
Aww.
Well, Deirdith, there should be...
Yeah, I can 3 days will definitely...
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what...
Ah, that's a good point. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to...
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
It's the Abyss! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war.
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters. You're right. I see them now. You were joking after...
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deirdith? Or the monsters themselves? Well, might as well mow these ones down. Just... Woohoo!
So, there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this.
So... Oh... Paimon's get... We gotta go! Bye for now!
See ya, and please...
Look out below! Hey, Ansan! We ran into...
The front line...
Huh? But... how?
No, relax. Their front line had...
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right?
No, we're still mustering troop. So at first, I was... Oh, but just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on this... one person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines, they wielded an unknown power, and fought with a sword style that I'm only recounting what I heard. And I'm sure that... And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage...
You don't need to sweat it, Ian-san. From your... Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up. Danes... It's been a while, Dane. And, yeah, you caused quite a stir,
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that.
It's quite all right. Uezo Iansen respects those of great power. It's quite clear anyway, since you're old.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do. Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a... Ugh. We thought so too. What do you think we should do? Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can... Wow, okay. A rare, candid response from Dane. Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernate. Oh, and there's more! She kept seeing monsters that we could... She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Yeah, that's right. Wait, wasn't her brother called the Prince? Huh. Sounds like the people of Conry are... Gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya. Still, that... Sure.
My parents always say, no matter how busy life gets, you should all... What?
Is that Dane and Ian-san Morning! What are you guys...
You're here. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. After their front lines to the location?
Cinder City, huh? And with any luck, maybe...
Yep, our army... I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but...
You're gonna go on your own?
It's all right.
Huh? Shouldn't you be...
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong, and even if things don't go to plan, Mr. Dainsleif.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler. Oh, for a second there,
Están despidiendo a todos los actores de voz. Qué pendejo.
Is this the place? Ah, it's been so... And if you get to meet your brother...
Ah, ok, no puedo. No lo puedo ver.
Everybody stand back! Japan!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Right here!
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Here goes!
Ring cutter.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Clear the area!
Time to act.
Japan! Right here! Drilling down! I'm going in!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of...
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with the
Go in! Jam!
Ring cutter.
Clear the area! Teamwork is dream! Let her rip!
Time to act. Know my sword. Witness the power of good.
Everybody stand back!
Dainsmith, a relentless spectre that haunts us. The abyss is all present. To finish is futile. To resist it, vain.
Go in! Clear the area!
Let's light it up. Ring cutter.
Right here! Everybody stand back!
Let's light it up.
Twilight Sword Gainsmith. Is this really what you want?
So where's the Traveler's brother then?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsmith. The death you dole out so, but today, that is the least of your worries. Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, and I do not merely mean this battle. No. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish. Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line, and then used the loom of fate to reweave the—
What? Wait. Does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a— Oh no! It's—
Correct. And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsmith, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these
Right! You still need a few steps after that. Plus, if it was really so easy, but we can—
Oh, you poor fools. Think back on the past few days.
I sense something strange in my dream.
Oh, what is—
Hard to say. I don't think it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not
Give into the embrace of the abyss and be baptized!
Let me weave you a verse.
You bastard! The abyssal mission has been fulfilled! My body is failing me. I will not bring shame to the name of the abyss!
No, my soul!
Do you still not understand? You battled in vain! The abyssal mission
Everybody
has
stand
been
back!
fulfilled!
Witness the power of
That should be all of them, right? Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look...
Years on. Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, but I taught you everything you... Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. Never. All right, I believe you. Still... What? Not a fan? Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed. Yes. We knew that the great abyssal power within him had been divided up. Yet we still despaired at his choice to... Still, I believe that everything he's doing... And besides, who else can we place our faith in? Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I honestly can't. Look at me. Look at what... But as for the rest... Memories, even if mine was a past steeped in sin, without my history, I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. You seem to remember much. Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient. As long... I'm afraid I owe you yet the homeland hasn't yet been revived. And think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley line, the loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant. And so, we relied on everyone in the... Indeed, we, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew and bring... What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of... Precisely, for you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother. Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion, just like we had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Perhaps, but that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the loom of...
She's still here!
We're not from the same world, are we? Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait, we can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I'll carry on looking for him. Although... I've already found my savior. It's just... too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how... So, is there anything you can give me that way when I do find him? I can convince him that you're also searching for him.
No mames. He dicho que está
What is it?
Our hero is back! The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just... Paimon was looking all over for her, and then she suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot.
I think I got the gist of what happened.
Huh? You met your brother? And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well... Ugh.
What your brother accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it. The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but... During the war with the Abyss, Mawika had an argument. Mawika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and she saw your brother's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You're not the...
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However...
An additional condition?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me.
Huh. Alright, well, let's not overthink that. I trust the Lord of the Night Don't you agree, Traveler? Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast. Huh?
Ian-san, this might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some
Traveler?
Time to roll! You feeling okay? We've been traveling all over lately, so maybe you've come down with something. That's it. We're getting Baiju to check you over. Get back on track!
wasn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
Traveler, Paimon, what?
It's the Traveler. She looks absolutely... And she keeps spacing...
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted...
Okay, Paimon does not...
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse... Physically, you appear to be in good condition, Traveler. In theory, your hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually... Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition.
Huh? What do you mean?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily... Why don't you rest here for a bit? In the meantime...
Oh, must be a rare condition. Well, all we can do just get... Traveler! Traveler! Rise and... For once, you're making Paimon look a cut. Nope, nothing. What? Oh, okay, but then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. Then it's
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will...
Ah! What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you? Right! What, the last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? The child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places?
Tell me, what is it that... Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, of course. We make this...
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tiger fish.
Coming right...
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have... I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to know part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things. Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturb. Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is... SKIRK's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what child...
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well...
So, that's all we know, Miss SKIRK.
So, you couldn't disperse... I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left
Okay. Huh? She disappeared!
Wait, hold on. You overpay.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right...
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and...
You sure?
What?
What'd you put in that dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucin...
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the...
Running late again.
Whoa! Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Look...
Rise with the sun! Drop your weapons! Control breathing! On my mark! Justice will...
Boost! Headbutt! Charge!
So, this is what they were Yeah.
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the... Together, these remnants form what you call god remains. And it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. What are you doing?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can...
Okay. Right. The god remains. So, basically, in our experience, god remains are 100%...
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing. And it doesn't just disappear, for the remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of—
Wait! You mean... this...
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear. but gradually evolved. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely. And it's something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, no one knows. All I know for certain, considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are
so...
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering.
Well, great! You seem super strong and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. Well, whatever. Ah, Paimon's got it. Frost, anyway, the important... Whoa!
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell in—
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real— So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that—
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world now, we just need to figure out how to invest. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the Abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and—
And you're saying that's—
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now— I'll respect your opinion though. Just means we have to turn to the second best— a little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring.
Dream mirror?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, with dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own—
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both. To play it safe, I need to give you some—
Wait! You're gonna take— Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him—
Do as you want. For my part, you're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills, and train you for the But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more
Oh, she moves fast. So, last time something— SKIRK seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring—
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword—
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style, or to use the human body as an analogy. Your style is your skeleton. The foundation, the the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences, and figure out which parts of what you've... Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver...
Wait, is that Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves?
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make us... Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one.
Step on up! Dance with the waves!
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Rain cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you've made...
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon.
SKIRK, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like—
Excuse me! You should—
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. SKIRK's learned what she needs. But I'd still love to—
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant—
Then I suppose your old dad—
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own.
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold— You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside.
let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all
The stars shimmer high mountains as far as the eye can see. And I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe... I'm sick of being... but for now...
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run! Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it! There's...
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink. Showed you the best of...
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have
Begin extermination. Remember the order.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire...
Good. The only ones who put up a real fighter that...
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting to prevent them from making some kind of last stand. We're planning to clear out the...
Well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their... Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a...
Dad? Mom? SKIRK, you're all right?
I'm so happy to see you.
What happened? You're bleeding.
This is the place.
Run, SKIRK! Run. Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but... My clever girl.
Whenever you remember, life is a gift.
Break down the door! You! Stop singing! Shut it!
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. This time, the focus is elemental energy.
Man, no day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we were, well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation track. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like, and it's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the true growth comes from adversity. But only if you make the choice. So, it's time to push your... Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Windblade! Prepare to be blown away!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Windblade! Yeah!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
Water jet!
Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Water jet! Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without it. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is... So be bold. Do not be afraid to... Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. Get some rest.
Pero la jugabilidad no le va a dar nada.
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No. It is fear. The fear of losing those you love. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. That fear is now part of you. It... Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted.
But, Master, I can barely lift this sword anymore.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. After all, good SKIRK.
Cold.
These are signs that you are adapting to the each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed. Each time you claw back from the... I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush, get up, SKIRK. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. SKIRK said to tell you that you... So, what the heck?
From your training so far, you have gained a better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think ready. Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable, just like your brother. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what...
Hey, no fair!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, how amusing. Almost sounds like you, but you don't. You can choose your own path. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational, and this is your final training session. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet! Ha! Go!
bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you...
Stop. Let's pause here. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Get some rest. No point training further if you manage to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of...
SKIRK is amazing. She faced...
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she?
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the... I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still...
Incredible. I wonder if I...
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
SKIRK, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to...
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the...
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and be...
Run! SKIRK!
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying, as the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same, in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while... Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the...
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat and...
Okay. It's Paimon...
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, you just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to... Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What? I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind, even with the dream mirroring. You should have seen nothing but endless... Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through this... No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me... I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the... But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of... To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once... Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master SKIRK and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, you're Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people. Studied their tech. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only... Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then... Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Running late again.
Wait. This is...
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still...
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hide... Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe.
All right.
¿Qué sin sentido es eso?
you two doing here? Let's press on.
Looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his... Ugh! This fog is making it impossible to see it!
This should be the place where you were the missing part of your soul should be... Our opponent must...
Hold on! Look! The spikes and...
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy took part... From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! SKIRK! What happened? It looked like SKIRK just...
In the Guili Plains, you asked me what... Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength isn't whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been complete. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its... Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sir—
The Foul? Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're
Just...
Look! It's bad!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the... Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come at— You've got your soul fragment back? So we both got what we came for. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead—
SKIRK, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse!
No me dejó pasar por un mundo invisible.
So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, SKIRK?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions only get you so far. I needed to— I know weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest— You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow it's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah, when we had our run-in with that thing,
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, he must have known my master. Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again—
no way! We can't leave now! Something was—
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
But what if that monster finds you? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go.
We should take SKIRK somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling. This bag from SKIRK does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we... Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few—
You
A sonorous voice like yours is...
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start. But things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so...
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get...
Wait, what if...
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just lay... whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed.
Run! Skirk!
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That was... Wait, Skirk?
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take a...
No. Not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different. But somehow, No. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This isn't your first time here. But what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. Actually, I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak. Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. So, what's your... Oh, you noticed. This river represents SKIRK's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So, this river is where all the fragments of SKIRK's life should converge into a... But, as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because SKIRK doesn't like who she... And all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cut...
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the...
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again.
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs. I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, seems like you've answered your own question. SKIRK sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering it.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given...
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark. We will still have contact through the Abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just...
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known, but as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus, yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal.
that is what SKIRK's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here,
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But to do that, I need to follow in his footsteps.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi, the scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it first. We've made it quite a ways already. This is SKIRK, when she first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to... No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is...
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died.
I wouldn't be haunted.
I saved you because I have a It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know.
But I don't want to draw my...
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of...
Yes, Master. From that day forward, all she knew was grew. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions. It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are SKIRK's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. This is SKIRK's homeland. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. The secrets. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore SKIRK's parents. Her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms, and no one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, SKIRK had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved, friends and relatives. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat and decided to eliminate. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that do. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped. No one wants to relive their most painful moment. SKIRK is waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recess. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing, don't forget. It was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses. Emotions like...
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the great... I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far.
That is the problem. I want it on the grand scale of the entire universe. Maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only...
And look around. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you lost your original motivation. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little
Thank you for saying that. I knew, to be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt it.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I...
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death.
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always dancing water. I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. I should be thanking you.
Run, SKIRK, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, SKIRK. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
SKIRK, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, I once asked my master if survival of the strongest. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sir Logi, is, yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also, although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life. I know. And it's not something I want. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death! You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today.
Okay, so, whatever. Paimon brought back
Alright.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, the good news is, we have no reason to pull our punch.
Burn it down!
Phew.
Try and stop me!
The fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he know? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to them. He represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole.
Okay. Hope Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal it.
Everlasting.
Wipe out!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
What's more?
Water jet! Go! Bombs away! Go! Water jet! Extinguish!
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well,
You saw that my body was at its limit. Such power. Such keen...
SKIRK, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. This is the first time I've heard your name, SKIRK. But...
Hundreds of... Sounds like you and Master have quite the history.
Of course. Might as well. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I trained the sword harder than anyone else. Defeated all of my peers. Over time, my heart hardened. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive.
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that when I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish when it came to the human. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you never...
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return.
All I can do is try. After all...
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of
disciple...
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never...
Well...
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds...
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have...
Still so...
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi.
Your heart? That sounds like...
Because, of course,
So, you used the curse to turn yourself... Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't...
You're right. I should have known better, but... I had already pushed I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a...
After the beating we...
Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to fall. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we are.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how... Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather...
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have something. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world. The joy of an artist.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't... You're right. That battle brought...
Exactly. I think Master... One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his... After which, all can come to an end. And for that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. I won't be able to hold on. Sir Telogi once offered to free me from this curse.
I can, but it's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, but it will be a time-consuming and painful.
I accept. I have faith that if we are climbers in the dark, it appears that...
I will reach the top of this mountain. And you, Skofnunger.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. We did it! Once again, we've proved there's nothing. Wow, you sound even... Today sure went by fast. It's night already.
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole has been returned.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky.
I suppose it's because the false stars hanging in the meticulously planned. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only...
Ugh. This is all going over Paimon's head. But if she... Ever since we met, she has filled Paimon's days with happiness. If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then we've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so...
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more... I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life came. For this, we must... if that's what you want to call me.
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being nicer than before? Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we...
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it.
Let's get down to business.
Huh? Let me weave you a
this!
annihilate.
A dash of frosting! Goose on the loose!
No, my sword! Ring cutter!
Search!
Hear ye the words of joy. The truth shall endure.
A little elusive.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a birth.
A burst of flavor. Extinguished. A dash of frost.
I let my guard down. Ring cutter.
Up to the freezer. The pinnacle of excellence.
Let's dance. Witness the power. Mine to wield.
Let's get down to business.
A dash of frosting.
The abyss has come.
No, my sword. Ring cutter.
Revelation. The truth shall set you free.
Mine to wield.
Hear ye the words of joy. Grace be
A
upon
little
you.
moose.
Peace and hope find you.
Fearless. Into the void. Merciless. Let me weave you a verse.
I'll protect us.
Paradigm shift. Fearless.
Let's get down to business.
Ring cutter.
A burst of flavor. A dash of frosting. Another star goes out. A little moose. The pinnacle of excellence.
Witness the power.
Let's dance.
Fearless. Into the void.
A dash of frosting. A burst of...
With my blade, Spirit Blade.
Surprise baptism! May the Archon protect you!
Pair! Commencing clean!
Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulate?
Submit for judgment!
Let's stir things up! Thus saith the Animal Archon! This should be fun!
Get ready! From whence you came!
Swirl, Mark 2.
Getting here! Swift and merciful, submit for judgment!
Let's stir things up! West Wind, carry me!
Going under!
Absorption test.
Pair!
Surprise baptism!
Spirit Blade, attack!
Enhanced animal modules.
Frost is coming!
Let's stir things up! Thus saith the Animal Archon! Yeah!
Huh? Ooh.
This should be fun! Surprise baptism! Let's stir things up!